I didn't realize this hill was so high. Could I have another minute?
Hello everyone, and welcome to my latest video, in which I'll be reviewing Days of Thunder. So without further ado, let's get into my thoughts on this movie. And just a quick warning, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, watch it and then come back to this video. So Days of Thunder was released in 1990, it's a sports action drama and was directed by Tony Scott. Just to give you a quick summary of the plot, it revolves around car driver Cole Trickle, played by Tom Cruise, who is thrust into the world of NASCAR driving. He quickly develops a rivalry with driver Rowdy Burns, played by Michael Rooker. That's until a car crash threatens both of their racing careers. When Rowdy Burns is in hospital after learning that he has to undergo brain surgery that rules him out of Daytona 500, he asks Cole to drive his car at the event. It's now up to Cole, along with the help of his driving mentor Harry Hodge, played by Robert Duvall, as they go through a final push to try and win Daytona 500 for the first time. Believe it or not, there was a time when Tom Cruise appeared in movies that allowed his acting abilities to be front and centre of the camera. Days of Thunder strikes a balance between the action scenes that we've come to expect from Cruise and the dramatic side of his personality as well. The story utilises a fairly straightforward character arc for Cole, in that at the beginning of the movie he thinks he's untouchable, and then he's humbled by a near-fatal car crash, and then finds the strength to race in the final NASCAR event. This arc allows Cruise to portray the cocky, brash, arrogant qualities that makes Cole anything but a sympathetic character when we first meet him. What's more interesting is the psychological effects that Cole experiences in the aftermath of the crash. It's here that the empathetic and therefore engaging side of Tom Cruise's acting comes to fruition, as he conveys the vulnerable and frightened qualities of Cole. In any case, Tom Cruise brings to the table his youthful charm and wit to the movie's advantage, as we're always rooting for him to win his NASCAR events. Robert Duvall is dependable as ever in his role as Cole Trickle's mentor, Harry Hodge. Stoicism, a father-like figure, and a great sense of humour are qualities that Robert Duvall infuses in the character of Harry. His chemistry with Tom Cruise is the emotional through line that keeps the movie ticking along, even during the movie's second act that takes a break from the thrills and spills of the NASCAR world. In a movie that is mostly filled with one-note characters, Robert Duvall conveys Harry with a sense of gravitas to his character's journey. The scenes in which Harry is talking to his car or his conversations with Cole allow Robert Duvall to show the caring, loving side to his character and the passion that he has towards NASCAR. In a movie that focuses on the phenomenon of NASCAR, if the action doesn't deliver, then the movie doesn't deliver. It's as simple as that. Under the assured hands of the late Tony Scott, the racing set pieces capture the chaotic and frenetic nature of being inside a NASCAR vehicle. The use of point-of-view shots, particularly when seeing the action from Cole's perspective, allows the audience to experience the sheer power and force of these vehicles, as well as the inherent dangers that come when driving a vehicle at high speeds. The use of quick cuts during the action scenes between Cole and his rival drivers, along with a shaky cam technique, also allows us to experience the adrenaline and rush of driving a NASCAR vehicle. It's edge-of-your-seat action as Tony Scott understands the importance of keeping the camera in a constant state of motion so that the action maintains a high intensity of excitement. Furthermore, Tony Scott decides to set each of their NASCAR events during the day. This choice, coupled with the use of wide shots at various points in the races, ensures that we have a clear picture of where the drivers are positioned to one another. Nicole Kidman as Dr. Claire Lewicki is unfortunately a character of its time as the thankless love interest to Cole Trickle. In typical Hollywood fashion, the movie has her character shift from a respectable profession as a doctor to suddenly becoming the girlfriend of Cole, complete with Claire taking days off the job without any moral regard or regret. It's not that Nicole Kidman is doing a bad job in the role by any means. On the contrary, she's doing the best she can with the material she's given. It's as if the producers felt that in keeping with the masculine nature of the movie, we must see Nicole Kidman have sexual interactions with Tom Cruise, for fear that male audiences wouldn't otherwise be interested in her character. Scenes such as when Claire is examining Cole in the aftermath of his car crash, in which she randomly kisses him on 2 separate occasions, are completely out of left field with her character. Much like Michael Bay today in his macho-orientated movies, Tony Scott portrays the female characters in Days of Thunder as nothing more than objects to be gratified by their male counterparts. And in the case of the relationship that forms between Cole and Dr. Claire Lewicki, this is no different. Except for a few scenes in which Claire uses her expertise to explain to Cole why he shouldn't go back into NASCAR after his accident, the backbone of her relationship with Cole is for her to be a sexual release for his character. The scene when Cole and Claire are making love, in which she says to him, "Show me what control is," with how he feels when driving a NASCAR vehicle, is about as cringy as a love scene is going to get. Watching these scenes in the context of today's movies show how far Hollywood has come in its portrayal of women and how there's still a long way to go before we see female characters across the board being portrayed as equal to their male counterparts. Whether you're a NASCAR fanatic or not, there's plenty to admire about Days of Thunder. From Tom Cruise and Robert Duvall's commanding performances, along with a bevy of adrenaline-fueled action scenes, combining in an event that you won't want to miss. With a slick, well-oiled collection of action scenes and some powerhouse performances from Tom Cruise and Robert Duvall, Tony Scott's racing action drama manages to get to the finish line despite a few hiccups along the way. Overall, I'm going to give Days of Thunder a 7.5 out of 10. So I'll now hand it over to you, as I want to find out your thoughts on Days of Thunder. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? As I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.